welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi. Oh my god. Wow. Hope everybody's having a good Friday. Happy Friday. Oh my god, it's already dude, the weekend's already here basically. Oh my god, dude, that's crazy to think about. But I hope you guys are good. I hope things are treating you well, you know. I know the world is a little silly, but you know, we persist. We make sure that, you know, we keep going. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm okay. Hell yeah. But I didn't say hi to everybody yet. Hi. Hi, Raina. Hi, Zeal. Hi, Senna. Hi, Moo. Hi, Ella. Hello, hello. Hi. Hi, Dax. Welcome. Hi, Francis. Oh my goodness. Hi. Hi, Keith. Oh my gosh. Hi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Also, hi, Velvet. Hey, you. Hey, yo. Welcome in. We persist despite the horrors. Yeah, exactly. You know, you do what you can. Oh, man. Dude, I've been, it's like really hit or miss whether or not I'm like having like a really wild day or, and feeling like I'm doing a lot of good, or if I'm like, man, another veg out, do nothing day, huh? Finally catch one of your live. Oh, welcome in then. Hi. Yeah. I know that for some people it might be that, you know, may not be the best hours for some, but I know that you know, I like to be consistent with my time, at least when I'm streaming. I like to stream like same time every time. But yeah. I just say hi. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I got caught up with the fact that like I think I got caught up with the fact that it was like saying hey-oh in a silly way. Cat, hi. Oh my god. Say hi to her right now. Hi, Cat. Welcome in. Hi, dude. Oh my god. They hate me. They hate me. Just couldn't find you. Oh, it's okay. I realized that if there's people that like have found me through Twitter, I haven't been like tweeting that I'm like live when I'm like live, because I think Twitter just hates that, or like, you know, the stuff with that. And ow, what the? And it's like, I think it's been really nice. Twitter's been really nice to me, so I'm like, I just try to think of something that's kind of relevant if I'm streaming that day, if that makes sense. So today I'm like, oh yeah, what if I were to talk about fashion? Because guys, I have a thing, we're doing things today. We're gonna be doing something actually really fun today, that I've been kind of meaning to do, and I've prepped something so that I can. I have taken a photo in a way that I normally wouldn't. But then, you know, we're gonna, you know, dress me up in outfits, or at least come up with some ideas. Yeah. So, it's nice to see Twitter functioning. It's true. I like when I get to be, you know, doing the same thing, but now I get rewarded for doing that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're gonna be making some outfits though. Oh my god, bro. I'm gonna have to like charge extra for that now. Eventually, if it's too much bonks, man, oh my god. I need to, you know, charge my medical bills, bro. What the hell? Ouch. Youch. Like, you know, the Tomcat. Holy. You need his brain to draw. I do. You didn't think I was gonna have a way to, you know, put it back onto you. I need my brain to draw, to conjure up some images, okay? So I'm sending you my medical bill for my concussions. Oh man. The background. I love the background. I love my like the way that my where I'm sitting in my living room. Well, it's like, you know, it's like a flat basically. Just off screen is my bed over that way. And so I'm like, man, crazy, crazy. But, you know, at least you get to see the nice night sky. Yeah. So, hi, Scully. Welcome in. Hi. Hope you're doing good, dude. Welcome, welcome. We're going to be doing something that I haven't been doing a whole lot recently. Well, I mean, not at least on stream. Is we're going to be doing some art on stream, bro. I hope you guys like, I don't know, don't mind when I'm doing art and I'm just yapping whilst I am whenever it happens, because it's like I don't always feel like I talk about my process whilst I am, but you know, today's been great, you know. Oh yeah. Let's go, dude. Hope there's no ramifications for that, but you know what? Hell yeah. Crazy. You're nuts for that, bro. I am the ramification. Art and yapping is nice. I do love yapping. I feel like I'm getting much and much better. I think, okay, dude, I don't like to like draw attention to it too much, but like whenever I have been in the past, like really self-conscious about things, I just talk about like the same things over and over. But it's like I realize it's actually not a bad thing. There's a lot of new people that haven't heard like the same stories, or like, I don't know, certain things like that. So I'm like, I don't know. If there's like regulars that realize I haven't told a certain story recently or something, you can probably like provoke me to say, or like spur of the moment talk about it. Because I'm like, oh yeah, there's some people that don't know about certain like silly things that I've gone through. And I'm like, oh yeah, new people would know things like that. Yeah. But also, I feel like, I don't know, over the years I've honed my craft. I'm pretty good at you know, yapping whilst I'm moving my hands, I guess. You know what I mean? It's like if you've ever it's not exactly like, you know, walking and chewing bubble gum kind of thing. It's like, oh yeah, I can multitask a little bit, I guess, right? It's okay to retell a story. I got the ADHD, and I'm like, don't worry. Oh no, it's okay. I feel like sometimes I forget if I've told a story or if I've like, uh, how do I even explain? It's like telling the same story sometimes feels like I don't tell it this like as good as I did the one time. So I'm like, I gotta, you know, I gotta hone that. Make sure that I'm cool storyteller bird. Yeah. Yeah, stories are also bound to repeat. Yeah, I feel like oftentimes I don't even mind when, you know, it's the thing. It's like I keep on. It's like a projection thing where it's like if I hear a friend of mine or a streamer that I enjoy like say the same story, I'm never gonna say that it's a bad thing. So like, why do I feel like it might be? Nah, moving that out of my head. Tell the Vegas story again. It's been a while. Oh my god. I'm trying to remember what specific one that you're thinking of, but I'm like, I think I might know. Oh my god. It's like, oh no. I'm like, I'm trying to remember specifics because it's like sometimes that's the harder part for me. Where it's like, since it's been like what it was like TwitchCon in like 2024, 2023. I don't remember exactly. It was like one of the earlier ones that I went to, at least. Yeah, the two people complimenting me. It, ah, shit. What was it that they said? Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm trying to think. Yeah. Well, it's like, hmm. Yeah. I know who it is. That's why I'm like, I can't fully remember though, is the thing. That's okay. More or less, it was just like something about like, did they say I was handsome? What did they say? Oh my god, I can't for the life of me remember. Like the phrasing, at least. Hmm. That's silly. Anyway, but yeah. Oh my god, dude, it's it's been so long. I know that there was a different one from Vegas when I went with to TwitchCon Vegas. It was like I had dinner with a couple of my still good friends, and you know it was like really interesting because of the fact that like you know I wasn't ever really somebody that's like I've not gone to like a lot of fancy restaurants. I've never really only like on like a really really rare occasion done that. But it's like there was a time where I was like, oh yeah, I was invited out to dinner, and I'm like, oh my god, I was not expecting this. I was just like, I guess being a little bit of like not a third wheel, but like I wasn't like as close as I feel like I could have been. I was very nervous. But I had a nice dinner with a couple people, and it was like I got myself like it was like a very weird like it was a weird fish that I saw on the menu. I'm like, oh shit, I've not had that. I want to try that, and it was in my price range, so I'm like, oh hell yeah. And then the others were like, I want to get like the big ass steak. I'm like, with the what? The one that's like 10 pounds. For those that are not familiar, I had dinner with Buff, Shia, and their friend Sozin. And Buff was like, I want the 10-pound steak. Or something like that. It was like something huge, huge amount of food. I don't really know how much. It was like, I'm just in my brain. That's like, it was a lot. But it was like, Shia was trying to talk Buff out of it. And it was like, you're not going to finish that. It's like, yeah, but what if it's like really good? And I was like, you know what? If I was in the position that they're in, and I'm like, you know, I don't often get a good steak. I think I would have probably done the same. Like, you know what? Yeah, a crazy good steak from a fancy restaurant. Oh my god. Uh, and lo and behold, Shia was right. Buff was not able to at all finish maybe like a third of it at most, bro. Oh my god, bro. And it was so, it's like, yeah, girl, and it was like, I'm certain it was good, but holy dude. Hmm. Also, now I think, yeah, she knows now she might be allergic to beef. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know if that was like a thing that she knew at the time, but God. Oh no. Those people, those guys are sweethearts. I was working with them, like talking about like project stuff I wanted to work at the time. And oh my God, they are so kind. Oh my God. Is she okay? She was fine at the time. I wonder if that's a recent thing that she was like this. I don't know. If anything, it's not as severe. She exploded. Yeah. She turned into like hairballs. Yeah. Silly. She got better. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. She got better. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Takes a lot more than that to, take out a VTuber, bro. Okay. Oh man, what was I thinking though? What was I thinking of like other stories? Oh yeah. Oh my god, dude. Goofy ass stories. I'm a dense individual. I mean, in relation to that, uh that was a very fun time. I got to say hi to a few others at like different mixers whilst I was at that like in Vegas. Whenever I go to cons, dude, it's always such a like a fun time. But it's been so long because I'm like saving up and like trying to fund like certain projects, and that's a whole different ordeal. And I'm like, I don't want to, you know, I don't want things to be that like, I save up those funds and then I spend it on something that I didn't like intend to when I was like saving up those. So I'm like, we're gonna work on big project and then we think about other things. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did I mention it on a recent collab stream? Oh, stuff she's allergic to. I think it was like something where she had like an allergy test recently, maybe. Because I'm like, I would hope that she wouldn't have done that, like, and known she had like a beef allergy. God, I feel like maybe it's that like that night or something. She was like, man, why am I like, oh man, what is it that I ate that makes me feel like sick? Oof. I was like, I don't know, maybe it's the intense amounts of beef. I don't know, man. Boy, it's silly. But you know how it be. Sometimes even people that have like allergies that they know of though, it's like, you know, it won't stop you and you just want to push through the pain. I've seen some people that are like, I'm allergic to shellfish, but on the occasion, I want some shellfish. And I'm like, no, brother, no. Or like lactose intolerant people. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. Yeah, eat that shit anyways. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly that. Yeah. That's the problem. Yeah, exact. Oh my God. Didn't eat a sushi roll today knowing the avocado was going to destroy you. Oh no. Well, at least you did it. No, like didn't do it on, you know. I'm certain that like it really ranges, right? I'm certain. But I feel like to me, I'm very glad that I don't have any major food allergies. I think at some point I was like mildly allergic to like certain nuts, but not like anything severe, and it was like a specific one. You know. Why is lactose censored? Wait, hold on. Lactose intolerant. Huh. Maybe it thought it was a link. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on with that. So the only time it does that sort of censors is when it's like it's yeah, thinks it's a link. Sorry, you know, that's kind of goofy. Like if somebody does like Doctor Eggman or something like that, it would actually be censored out. Like no joke. It's kind of silly. So I'm like, I don't know. It's fine. Decided I wasn't intolerant. Yeah, it's true. Now it's fixed you. It's the solution was to talk about it enough, and that was your limit. That was the last time you had to talk about it. You're cured. Yatta! Everyone can enjoy dairy now. I love cheese and ice cream and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh god, I could not imagine. I'm sorry for those that are lactose intolerant, man. Oh my god. Yatta! Gotta fix my sun allergy right now. Oh my gosh. Oh no, dude. You're silly. I feel I'm not quite silly. I'm like whimsical. But that's, I guess, a synonym in a way, right? In a way. What is whimsy if not just a little silly, I guess, right? I don't know. I love cheese. Bro, I'm obsessed. I love like so many types of like, I don't know, dairy and foods. It's just like, man, I can't imagine a world without it, because I'm like, even today I had like some food with some cheese in it. I'm like, man, oh, unfortunate if that's like, you know, just something you can't have. But I know that like we were saying, is that even those that have that kind of thing, or they're like severely lactose intolerant, it's like, it's not gonna stop them. They're gonna have some anyway. And it's like, you know what? Yeah. As long as you know what's gonna happen next, you know? Oh my god. I eat it and I don't care. I'll eat it. Exactly. Oh my god, bro. Cheese and honey. I'm not much of like, you know how there's like a sweet and savory thing? It really depends. Like if it's a barbecue, I can understand it. Like a sweet barbecue sauce with some like good meats. That's a good combo. Honey and like cheese. I don't know if I've had enough of it to really say that I enjoy it, but I'm like, I don't know. It's not gonna kill you, then a tummy ache is temporary. It's true. It depends on like how much you're willing to tolerate the intolerance. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're willing to put up with it, I don't know, yeah. Korean raspberry jam. Ooh. Okay. I'll have to try out and experiment. Yeah. I'm like always a fan of experimenting and trying new foods. So yeah. Also, hi, hello, hi. Welcome if you're just joining us. Hello. We're vibing, having a nice chill day. You know, I'm enjoying the vibes of yapping. We plan on doing something later in a bit, once we have everything all like once everybody's like joined us. I like to at least yap a bit for a first chunk of stream, and then we get into like what we're doing that day, right? And try salmon with some cheese and honey. It's good. Ooh, I could see that. Yeah, salmon's one where it's like, it's a good like, if you've ever had like salmon on a cracker, that's some good stuff. Yeah. So I'm like, I could imagine like salmon with some like other toppings with like, I think it could be good. Yeah. Goat cheese and fig jam. Ooh, yeah. You know what? I've had something, you know, if I'm thinking about it in like a charcuterie sense, right? That makes more sense to my head, like my brain. Yeah, yeah. Little chunk of like a salmon on a, not specifically a Ritz cracker or anything like that, but like if it's like what kind of like brand? I don't know. One of those like not like crumbly crackers meant for like, you know, that more stiff, but like yeah, those can be really good. Like a pita, yeah, like a pita cracker could be good. Trying to think of like other ones, but yeah, pita is not a bad option for that for sure. Soda crackers, true, yeah, also good. I'm like, let me look at these options for crackers. Cream cracker, soda crackers. Yeah, soda crackers would work for it. More what I'm thinking of is definitely the cream crackers kind of thing. Or maybe like a water cracker. Very specific like, you know, conversation to be had, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah. The cereal cracker kind. Maybe a little. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what kind of like good charcuterie crackers there are, bro. Found a book they didn't buy, but I didn't buy it at the time. The craft store, it was like all about charcuterie boards. Yeah. My parents, whenever we had like guests, they loved trying to make like little charcuterie boards. So it's like a little bit of salami or like, but like some sort of pepper or something on like, you know, on a little nice cracker is like always a treat, bro. Holy. Even if it's like, you know, man, we got to save our appetite for dinner. It's like, man, this is gonna be so good. Hi, Hooty. Hope you're doing well. I am. You know, we're pacing ourselves and making sure like every day is a little better, bro. So hell yeah. Hope you're doing good too. Welcome in, by the way. We vibing, hanging out, having a good time. My sister makes elaborate ones when she has parties. Ooh. No, my mom used to also, on the occasion, she has made like what are they called? Like little cheese balls, where it's like cheese with some like crumble on top, and then like you use that with some like cracker, and that's like such a good like combo there. Yeah. I don't know, it's kind of neat that like there's such a little like, I don't know, little subculture of people that like charcuterie boards. I don't know, man. I'm like it's such a silly thing in hindsight. I just like little treats like that, bro. Yeah, end up getting a snack. I apologize. Oh no, we like to talk about snacks and just food in general, really. Honest to God, that's like so common, unfortunately. It's like, man, it just be that way sometimes. It's just that way, bro. Yeah. Some crab today. Ooh. That is also a good treat, man. Ah, I love crab because like for me, whenever I'm having crab, it's like it's either in something that's like a gumbo or like really made for like a buttery like tasty crab Like, oh, that's some good stuff. Oof. Finger foods for parties. Yeah. Gotta be fancy. Fancy as shit. You know? Mm-hmm. Some cracker and cream cheese. Cheese cream. Yeah. I don't know. I love just cheese. Sorry, that's like the gist of the conversation. But guys, I think a good chunk of us are here. A chunk of the hooligans are here. Is we're gonna be making an outfit or like working on. Well, I wouldn't even say it's working on it. It's more like trying to drum up and get some ideas flowing, or the fact that I want to make an outfit. I think the like initial thought is like maybe doing like a summer outfit or like it depends on like what we're thinking, right? Because it's like summer is coming and I'm like I don't really have the most the most ideas for stuff like that. But we also, I mean, not beholden to it kind of thing, you know? Where it's like we can, if you have an idea, you know, and you feel like you want to see it done, don't be afraid to say, hey, you know, have you ever thought of this kind of thing? Like types of fashion, things to add. And, or, you know, just like it's a lot of fun to make little outfits. And it's been a little bit since I've, drawn on stream. Yeah. I'm looking forward to this. Yeah. Dude, I'm very excited. I did a thing. Let me see if I can now here's the thing, guys. It's not all that often that I you know, how do I say this? It's a very embarrassing photo of like, but I had to do it so that we can put outfits on top, okay? That's all. Let me see it. Hold on. We have I have to set it up so that you guys can even see what's going on. Hold on. Where's the arts tab? There we go. Good. You guys set? Ready to, I guess, concept up, draw up somethings, you know? So, hold a moment. Okay. I think we're good. We're set. Again, no, be normal. Be normal. Don't be freaks. Preface. Be normal. In a way. No. I mean, like I said, you have your inside thoughts. Do you need holes in the back for wings? I do, actually. That's actually very much the case. I've drawn up things for that when it comes to my coat. Because I'm like, you know, it's like if you have sleeves for things, I need that for my wings, basically. You know? Yeah. And it's like the thing about that is also like whenever it's winter time, oh my God, it's a problem, you know? Because it's like not all the time are they like, you know, airtight kind of thing. And I'm like, no, no, this like the cold air chills my back, bro. No, it sucks. It sucks. But then I'm like, well, I mean, I do have some of my feathers, so that's like in its own way a little insulation, but like, you know what I'm saying. But let's show the art. Wow. Oh my God. I gotta like cover up the feet for free. Nice. In my tank top and everything, bro. Oh my God. I don't know if how long I can linger on certain things, but we gotta start work. I'm not naked. You can't put this on me. You can't put this evil on me, bro. I'm not naked, okay? Oh my god. I could have used this earlier. It's true. I do apologize. We have like a little section for references on the Discord. And I'm not sure if it's quite the same for... how do I explain? For like... It's not exactly that I would want this to be like a reference, you know? I'm like, I don't know if I have a good way for this to be put anywhere besides maybe the Discord, but I guess I could put it on there. Yeah. Just noticed the tail. My tail feathers. Yeah. Look. Yeah. My little tail feathers. Yeah. It's very cute. It's fine. I'm okay with being called cute when it comes to that stuff, okay? Yeah. Solely only thing. Yeah, well, it's true. If I did like, I've never done like fashion contests because I feel like it's a whole bag of worms, basically. If you've ever, seeing how that stuff works, it's like it can be so hectic, and I don't have the ways to pay people for their stuffs right now. But if I did, it would be something I would do a lot more often. It would be like, oh, I commission people for like outfit stuffs. Yeah. Like if I have a new outfit and then it's like a silhouette and then you guys guessing, that's a whole different thing too, though, right? If you've seen people do that, that's really fun. But it's not the same as like having a contest or like, a thing like that. Yeah. But my thought is also, if you've not seen, look at I don't know. I'm like, dude, I'm like really excited to show things, but it's also like, I gotta be careful that people don't like kill me on like, ban me on Twitter or Twitch. I mean, and I'm like, oh boy. I think the only thing about this is like, well, this kind of restricts it so that you can't draw like an outfit with like a slutty collar kind of area. That's it. Or stuff like that has like an entirely open chest. But if I did, that's like, I feel like to be safe on stream, that's the T is more safe. If that makes sense. Yeah. The tank top. So I'm like, gotta be safe, bro. I don't want to explode or live on stream. Suddenly I'm here and then another second I'm gone, kind of thing. Oh no. And I'm like, guys, this is Twitch. This is art, fashion. We need a specifically non-nude face. They can tell because I'm wearing shorts and a tank top, okay? Please. Man. Basically, if I had, God, let me, not quite the same, but like if I were to chunk out like, where is this? Right? Let me see. It'd be like, these opacities are like horrendous on this. Hold on. I gotta like work it for these. So if I were to like have, board shorts kind of thing, basically, it's like this could honestly just be like, this is the summer fit and like we're done, guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's it. But I'm like, I don't know. That would be like so little if it was like something like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't know. I want more than that if I were to do like a summer fit. But this is like almost something. It feels like also, basically, this is what I would wear whenever I went to the gym. It's like, oh yeah, it's like sweat shorts. If you've ever had like sweat shorts or like basketball shorts, those are so good for like the gym. Yeah, and then a straw hat to like, well, it's like, you know, tied in the back here, straw hat. Yeah. Monkey D. Luffy ass fit here, huh? But I mean, like, that could kind of work. Yeah. A rash guard. Ooh, wait. Yeah. Honestly, right now, this kind of feels like it'd be like my workout fit. I've seen some people actually have workout fits as like an alt outfit, and that's kind of nice, you know? Where it's like if I were to yeah, have a little bit of like some trim basically. It would be something where it kind of feels like this sort of vibe kind of works in a way, but it would be like, I would want it to be something where like there's patterning or something on like at least one of the legs or something like that, right? Because that stuff is like always makes it like that much more like interesting, visually appealing. You know what I'm saying? Something like this, where it's like half one color and then half the other. Or even with this, I'm like, actually, even half of this could be like the bright, and then the other half being like the darker color. Could be like a whole vibe even. That's fun. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm trying to think with this, right? To be like board shorts or something, so that there's like some interesting mix up there. Not that yellow. That's a good point. Not exactly this yellow. It's a little, I don't know, something's a little off here. I could also go with like, to bring more of my purples in here. This starts to feel like almost clown. You know? My magenta's in here so that it's like something. My purples, eh? Shut up. You know what I mean. It's a slip up. I slipped up. Oh my god. It's a misinput. Yeah, with the other accents on the side. Yeah, it's true. It's true though. With these sort of like accents, it's not the worst option. And I'm like, a little like drawstrings maybe would be the idea. I think it's awesome. Oh my god. I gotta show you. Again. Look at how big. Look at how pink currently. Look, it's like the grays are. Come on. Ooh, it's fine. It's fine. It's just how it be. It's how it is. It's how it's always going to be. Oh my god. Truly. It's understandable, I get it, but also, shut up, it's not purple. It's pink all the way down, bro. Yeah, even this is like red. Reds with the grays. The you know. It's fine, don't worry. Man, they hate me. They hate me. They don't understand colors, bro. They're like, you're purple. You're purple. Fine. No pockets. That's valid. But that would mean that I could have a like a beach bag kind of thing. That's kind of cute as an idea. The color wheel's broken. You're broken. Yeah, man. We all are. That could be cute, having little pockets like that. The drawstrings kind of work. Pocket for your sand. Either that or having it like elastic, but I'm like, I feel like the drawstrings kind of make it make sense for like a real thing. Showed the wheel. I did. Look at how like the color wheel be. You see this? Yeah, it's yellow, right? Color picking. Here's this, the gray, 50% gray in the back, a little darker. And then clicking onto this, that's where it sits at the, like the color wheel part. Legitimately, it is pink. It's just dark. It's a dark pink, but most people are like, oh, but that's just purple. No, legitimately though, it's like not even you're not even in the wrong. I hear you, I do. I'm just saying though. It's really funny how often that gets like happens. It's just gonna be my burden to bear, bro. I'm just very dark pink. It's like if you smushed a lot of berries, yeah. Practically hovering the weird area where pink and purple merge. Yeah, that's called magenta. Yeah. That's where it happens, bro. It's like cyan, magenta, and yellow are at the tri-corners of the like of a triangle of color. Like Pantone stuffs. And I really like magenta. It's my favorite color. So I'm like, you know, I don't have to be a brat about it, but I'm like, I'm being a little bit of a brat about it. I'm sorry. It's like, shut up, it's pink. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no. It's fine. You're fine. Oh, no. Board shorts would be kind of nice. But I had another thought is, gosh, you know how some people have, I don't know if it would work with an outfit already like this, but it's also like, if it were to be like, you know how some people have like basically shawls of like, at their waist where they're like on the beach and they have like like a jacket or a shawl or something over their like, you know, their swimsuit. Like this down here, but it wouldn't be like this color for sure. But I'm trying to think of like how I would make that work, right? Semi-transparent. I could see that. Yeah. I'd probably have to make it like some sort of like, to make this work, be like this gray to start, maybe. Maybe, and then we'd like work it for the shadow areas, right? But I'm like, how would I? Yeah, not with the shorts with the pattern. That's the thought. I'm like, that's the thing. I'm like, the idea here is already like kind of draws a little of the eye, but it's not overwhelming. And that's the thing. The balance of like making something like not crazy over the top, but enough to be like, that gets the idea. Like a sheer cardigan, kinda, yeah. Over the top. Okay. That's not a bad idea, yeah. Where it's like, maybe I work with the, like the purples. As I say purple. Sorry, I was thinking about the fact that you guys keep calling it purple. Even the regulars. Sorry, it's okay. I'm joking. Oh my god, you made me slip up. I hate it here. Oh, I'm like, you know what? Actually, hold on. I had some inspiration on like a Pinterest board. Hold a moment. If I can bring it up, might help me a little bit because I had a few inspirational images for this very outfit. It's been every time I say purple. Fuck you. Let me see. Where was this pin board? Where's my beach outfit or like my summer outfits that I had? There it is. I had some ideas. Ooh. Now these like board shorts are like pretty good, but I've also saw, man, I would have to really decide because it's like, I could also see if you've seen people wear stuff like this, it's kind of like a part of my idea could be like something like this, sort of like a pattern top and bottom, where it like sort of more of like a loose sort of polo, not a polo. That could be a fun sort of part of for something like this. But it would be, I would need like I feel like to make it work, I'd have to have other sort of things flowy, right? Sort of, that is a good vibe though. Let me see, do I have another one? I have a sort of funny idea here, but it's not quite the vibe. There's like another one I was like, oh, this is silly, but like more because it's almost like a Final Fantasy ass like fisherman outfit. Oh my god. Hold on. Let me see if I can get the higher res of this. Like this sort of like that's a fun one. I could kind of work with this as an idea, like also. Yeah, baby. But I could actually, you know what? Working with that as a thought too is something there. There's something there where it's like I'm going summer fishing, bro. Yeah. Magenta is described as a purplish pink, and heck, even fuchsia can be lean into purple. Fuchsia, magenta, and purple's my hair. Ooh, okay, okay. That's a valid perspective. Okay, I hear you. I am like, I come from like a where I love like colors and color theory and stuff. The way people feel about certain colors is like kind of funny. And I'm in the same way. I'm like almost like not exactly baiting it, but like a little bit. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I kind of feel that where it's you know, I want it to be like a little bit of like a fun conversation more than anything. And I'm like, dude, I feel so intensely about like certain colors either. Also, Pizza Hut's taunting you. Oh, dude, I had pizza yesterday because man, I got groceries and I don't want to like, you know, I don't want to ever like cook when I get groceries, right? Oh my god, that's the thing. I'm like, I'm out here. I got my food in the basket. I go home and then I have like one of the you know, I have one of those like frozen pizzas, bro. That stuff is so good. I had fuchsia pink highlights. It's hilarious how many times I got asked if they were purple because it was pretty dark fuchsia. Ooh. So you understand my entire plight, my problem I have and I've had for a while. Whereas I have had like, you know, magenta in the stuff that I do for a while. And I love it to bits. Hell, even like if I were to color pick like the look at this right here with my like shading where it starts to turn into my talons. Let me show you something crazy. Even this is even that. Even this, it's like some gets some purpler areas, some are very pink. It depends. And it's always really up there though. But it's like even the tint that I have on where my talons are, bro. It's like it's everywhere in my design. And I'm like, I'm not upset. Legitimately, I think it's a fun conversation to have. Even my talons, even my toes, bro. Even the dark parts of my hair. Look. Crazy. The dark parts of my hair go from like, oh, look, the skin tone, and then boom. Crazy. Crazy. But it's true. It's like such a common thing where it's like, I love your pinks. Also, fishing jacket crops kind of look good if you wanted to add. It's true, yeah. Yeah. As long as people aren't like, actually. It's just like, that's incorrect, brother. Actually. But it's okay. You can be wrong. I don't judge people that are just factually wrong. That's okay. You can have your strong opinions. Just know that I'm correct. Yeah, it's okay to be wrong. Now here's the thing. I also really like big like fantasy like adjacent stuffs. So I'm like, how do I make this into like like some sort of fantasy class. I legitimately think the only thing that works for it is making it like a fisherman fit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I gotta be a fisherman. That's my class when I'm like out swimming. Yeah. Shorter, maybe for one side shorter. Maybe that feels like a little too quirky, if that makes sense. Because it's like, hold on, wait, accidental spur of the moment. Hold on, wait a minute. Did not mean to do that, but wait a second, brother. This can pop off. A slight transparent. Hold a moment. Wait, that's fire. Ooh, hold up. Ooh, okay. I know, I like that. I would just have to touch up these, like, okay, I want the trim to not be transparent, but the rest is. Ooh. Okay. Now that I think works. Not the rest, but you know, of like up until like my thigh here, right? I fuck with it. You gotta realize I also like, let me like go back a bit. I'm like, I was up there and then I moved it down a bit more. So it's like, it's nothing crazy. I feel like that could be like a fun idea wise, at least. Show my knees and stuff. Yeah. It's like it doesn't anywhere past like my like above my kneecap. They're like, that's nothing. I think that could work. Plastic jackets and clothes. You know, I'm just a visionary. You don't get it. You just don't get it. I'm a visionary ahead of my time. Behind my time. Waterproof. I mean, it's true. Would make it feel more like a little more plastic in a way, depending on how it's textured, if it was real outfit. But, you know, we don't work in the real world sometimes, bro. Also, hi. Welcome in if you're just joining us. Welcome. I've been doing some outfit ideas. Hope you're good. Such a handsome boy. Oh. Thank you. Wow. Appreciate that. I've been people have been very, very sweet to me recently, and I'm like, I'm the type of person that I'm like, it's not that I get like closed off, but I'm like, I sometimes don't always know how to like handle being like treated nicely. So I'm like, it's not that I like ever get suspicious, more of like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do other than say thank you. Say thank you, streamer. Thank you, streamer. Hooty's shy. I'm like, we've talked about this. I'm like, I don't even intend to be. But there's like, sometimes I'm like tsundere and I'm like, fuck off. I'm not. But I'm also like, I guess in a way, shut up. You know what I mean? Like, how do I, you can't exactly claim to be tsundere. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks. Don't know what to say. Oh no, bro. I don't know. As long as I'm not like being bombarded by like, I don't know, love bombed, then it starts to be like a little sus. And I'm like, hold on. If you're only nice to me, yeah. I don't know. If there's like nothing like of any like teasing or mean, I feel like, now hold a moment. Not that it, has to be anything, but I guess sometimes it's just how it like I feel though, for sure. Giving armor, it does kind of like in a way feel like armor with some gold trim. I do have like a little history with, knights and stuff. So you're not exactly far off. Plus it does give the, bit of a fantasy vibe that I was after. Because, I'm not exactly from you guys' same world. Where I am from, owl people are not uncommon, but also like there's a bunch of different types of birds. So, all sorts of people out here. Yeah. Could have like a hanging belt. Maybe. I could see something where it's like, okay, maybe not like a belt, but like some sort of sash. Hold on. Like this. And then, but like less, right? That could be something. To like break up the like the silhouette a tiny bit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like presently without this, it's just like man with shorts, right? Well, I do have my tail feathers. So I'm like, I do feel like instead of that, like I'll keep this like as here as like a reminder for an idea. But I do want to try to do the coat or like big shirt sort of idea, right? So it's like the idea of doing maybe not purple, but like gotta start somewhere here. Big loose like shirt for like this kind of like vibe. The collar. And we like gotta try to make it look, separate the front from the back areas. Something here isn't the worst idea. But it's like, could make the coat transparent. It could be like at least a little at the bottom, but I want to like try to work for the shape first, Yeah. Right. Let me see. You have like a bunch of good ideas in chat. Don't think I'm not reading it, by the way. I'm just like trying to think of how to really like work the shape so it's like not bulky, right? But like get the idea of like a pressed shirt across first, or like pressed coat jacket thing, board jacket kind of look. The tuck on one side into the shorts. Ooh, could do like, yeah, like a French tuck with a shirt underneath or undershirt. Yeah. So it's not bulky. Maybe. I could see that. Sorta. Let me see. Cinch up this waist a little bit on that side, just so that it's like more my silhouette. But I'm like, It'll work small from a distance sometimes to be like, overall. Oh, a tie in the front actually is something. You're onto something there. Hold on. You know, I do see that being a pretty good option. Hold on. Because I still do want like, sort of like this, you know, shirt being here for like a, not an Under Armour, but like a wetsuit shirt almost, you know? The tank is what's killing it for you. You don't like the tank top kind of vibe? I get you. We can work without it too. I can try to, I mean, I know I can remove it. Twitch friendly? It's true. I mean, I do like to not have like, nowadays at least, not have my entire chest exposed. That would be preferred. But I mean, yeah, it could work with the color on it at the minimum. That was more meant to be like, you know, placeholder for like underwear. If that makes sense, where it's like, you know, something like this. Sorry, I'm like working this as I'm talking too. Yeah, it could change the color of the tank for sure. Let's see. Would we want it to be more like, where are we looking at towards like the colors on the tank top though? Because I'm curious what you think. Looking good. Thank you. Appreciate that. Collar. Maybe gray black top. Pink tank. Ooh. That's not a bad idea. Hold on. Can I do this? Yeah, hold on. I gotta clean this a tiny bit. Welcome in if you're just joining us. Hi. Ooh, no, hold. There's that. Okay. And then we go back to here. Sorry, takes a little bit, but I know what I'm doing, guys. Don't you fret. I do love just like working this in a way. And I'm like, it could be something where inverting it, kind of feels like it could be good. I see it. I think that could be something for sure. Could do like a wave thing at the bottom. Ooh, yeah. I have a bit of, if you aren't familiar, I have done other outfits for myself, or like my at least base and like outfit idea. Kind of gives the base impression you're wearing a jumper. It's true. I would have to switch up like the probably hue of the shirt so that it's not quite exactly the same. Or like make it darker in a way. Hold on. Yeah, it is merging a tiny bit. Either make this a little different or make this side of the like board shorts a little different. One of the two has to change. I do like the idea of like either tucked or tied on the jacket here is a good one. Here. Let me just settle out this and then like, you know, get this set for that as like to get that idea across for myself. Yeah. Color you did on the tank was good. Yeah. Hold a moment. Let me. Yeah. There, and then yeah, I don't want to mess with it there. I did like that. You're correct. I was also like, I did change it afterwards, and I was like, wait, it is a little off from where I had it. There we go. But yeah, this is merging a tiny bit for like where it is. So let me change the color part on the shorts so that it's not just like one solid like swath of colors, making it look like I'm wearing like a onesie. Hold on. Where would I want it to sit though? Maybe I have it be darker and desaturated a bit. So it's like less pop, less eye drawn towards that direction. Could be something. Where this is maybe about there. Maybe that's too much though. Let me see from a distance, really. Right? It's not quite. Maybe more saturated. It starts to get back to where it's merging. Too dark, maybe. The slight more saturation and a little more. No, desaturate it and then make it like. Hold on. Just make it a bright pink instead. No, hold a moment. I'm like working it. You know what? Just hot pink. Hot pink. Going full neon. Oh, my eyes. It's gonna be grating after a point if that's the case. Nah. I'm trying to think. My other thought is like, if we made it like the off yellow, that's not quite great. But it's not the worst way to take it. The short is good, but the top color has gotta change. Maybe. Hmm. Hmm. More pale purple, pink. Darker shorts were working. I think the tank is throwing off the color wise. Maybe. Maybe. Let me see. Okay. Back to where it was before. Okay. So this is where it was before. But darker isn't bad. Hmm. I feel like if I were to change the color of the top, right, to then compensate. Also, I do really enjoy the ideas, guys. I'm trying to think though. What direction taking it? Hmm. Right? That's the thing. Hmm. With the top color, I don't want it to be like all over the place with the hues is the problem, right? So I'm trying to not like change too much from like to distract and like be almost like clown car ass. So I'm like, tank top. Tank colors is drawing the eye too much. But the thing is, if it's like a full-fledged outfit, right? The idea is like your eyes drawn towards like the face is what is the goal, right? So if I were to like say the most attention should be towards my face, collarbone, and hair. And so like having something up here more drawing attention isn't the worst thing because the point is to actually draw the attention upwards. Yeah. And I think that's like, it's not an easy thing, especially if it's like, you know, super like desaturated in some parts. Gray tank could have oh, pink gradients. Ooh, okay, I could see that. Hold on. So like something where it's desaturated downward and then pink at the top area. Is that what you're thinking? Something like this could work. Yeah, but on the jacket. Ooh, okay, hold on. No, I think yeah. Where it's the jacket here. Yeah. Hold a moment. Like the desaturated grays. Okay, I see what you're saying. Where it's like my other jacket. Yeah. But like almost inversed. Right. I'm using Clip Studio. It should be. Let me just double check. Is it still a thing? Hold on. There we go. Yeah. All the way back when I first started, I set up that one. Yeah. There you go. I like conjuring up images this way. Does look nice. Let me make it so that there we go. I could see it working. It's like a call to the pant leg there, or the board shorts. It's a little muddied in some areas. You know what I'm saying? I would have to... I think the general idea is getting across, but it's like, it feels a little muddied. I'd have to like work what kind of, like, you know, purple is at the top, basically. You know what I'm saying? Hmm. Hmm. But I feel like, okay, what could be also eye grabbing is having these sleeves instead have like just bold sleeves so that it separates like the torso. But then, no. It'd have to be like the tank top color of like purple for that if I did. Instead of color changing, could do short pattern slightly on the jacket. Ooh, that's, you know, that is valid as a thought. Yeah. Like maybe inverting the side that it's on instead of like having the jacket also having feathers this away, because then it starts being like that melds. On the opposite side here, having, oh, even a lighter gray would also kind of work on the sleeves. You're kind of right for something like that. Could be. Hold on, you gotta balance it out. I feel like it would need the trim change to be also gold, maybe. Not coming off as pushy. No. It's all good. The whole point is you guys are also helping. So don't worry. This is the whole point of why I'm doing this today. It's like, you know, we're having a fun time with it. I think so, at least. Don't you fret. Legitimately, this is me like asking for it. Like, it's fun for me having you guys as also part of the input. Let me try this and then step back, basically. Not with the light sleeves. At least not this. Pink sleeves could work. But like maybe if I did this where it was like, and pull the gradient downward. Possible. Sort of works having a hint of it. And then I'm feeling, let me see, without the gold, it still feels solid. I feel like having that separation, sorry, I'm also trying to zoom in, but my like tool sometimes don't work. And tips to the hair. Adding tips for blending is a bit more what I'm doing here with this is like having the, if I'm doing like the purples right, the hard solid, and then I'm blending it out so that it's like that, where it kind of works a bit there. I feel like this is something. I feel like if anything, I could also make it so that it's like the collar is also kind of in that way. And that kind of feels like it's sort of that. I just feel like the trim is needed for the separation from like certain other parts of this fit. From a distance, it feels like it might need it, kind of thing. You know? Where if it's not like exactly blending, but it's like this makes it helpful for standing out a tiny bit more, but like not overtly. I think this is something. I feel like it's almost too much. Maybe not on the sleeves, but like just the whole thing in general having like a gradient still might work better. Less is more sometimes. It's true. It is true. Maybe doing even the inverse could be something. Hold on. No. I'm just trying not to have it like complicated. Yeah. Whenever I'm thinking and going, I'm literally doing what I'm doing. Could be the necklace. I think, yeah, accessories will be next is what I think what I would do, because I've also intentionally removed them for now. What I can do is at least, let me see about doing other patterning ideas. Like maybe on here, having this similar callback to the pattern could be good. Yeah, could peek DMs real quick. It's all good. It's all good. I know what you mean though. I think it's, you know, nothing quite that bad right now though. No worries. I know what you mean. Man. Laser eyes. Yeah. Start shooting lasers out my eyes like holy. I want the wings to blend. That's a good point. I feel like having something on these sleeves is what really helps that. This almost does give like a samurai with the the coat being like tied like this. Maybe. Now here's the thing. I make it sluttier and pull it upwards, if that makes sense. Hold on. As I clean up this down here. Now that could be something. That I think legitimately could help a lot. More of a crop top, yeah. Give this man a crop top stat. We trying to work it though. I think it's getting somewhere with this. Yeah, I do know my program pretty well though, guys. If you hadn't known, and that's understandable. I am somebody that has worked digitally for a long time, and it's like a really fun thing for me. I think it's been, God, I don't know how long, but it's like since high school, and it's been a hot second. Yeah. I could add to the bottom without it blending. That's a thought too. Yeah. I'm almost thinking it's like not quite a suit, but it's like, gotta bring back like this patterning at the minimum on like maybe this far sleeve at the minimum, you know what I'm saying? That could be very nice, actually. Ooh, okay. I think that's good. And then we do the gold trim again, because I'm a sucker for that. Okay. I think this is actually solid, so that it's not too much, but enough that it's like really worked in for a summer beach outfit sort of thing. It's true. I get that like this like silhouette is definitely what I was after, sort of like a hot boy summer. Oh, like a fanny pack. Oh my god, imagine. Wait, it's just like around the waist here with like not that color, but it's like this. It's so silly. Yeah. Something else in the fanny means something else. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the same thing. Fanny means ass. I know, but it's also means ass in the States. So it's a pack that you wear around your waist, more likely around your butt. Doesn't look bad. It's true though. It's not wrong. It doesn't look bad, and it gives me pockets. True. Gotta have that utility, bro. Yeah. Do I have like put this here? How do I? And you know what? Actually, just a lighter gray. Yeah, potion holsters would be cute, maybe, depending. Yeah, this is where I put all my potions, bro. Out on the beach. This is where they go. Okay, okay, I see you. Something like this could work. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe. That's a good way. But looking back with the flaps in the mouth. Oh my god. I mean, in a way, it could be. Where it's like, this is the shape. And it's very, very loosely. A hooligan is cute idea. Hold on, hold on. Aww. I actually love that. Cute. Okay, okay. Now that I think works well. Oh my gosh. Damn, bro. Damn. He's got that shit on. Okay. Now here's the thing. I'm like, I think the fit generally solid. I mean, could just have my toes out, but like maybe, you know, just a little bit of a sandals or like flip-flops or thongs for those that are outside of the States. I mean, I'm basically still gonna have the dogs out, but like, you know, at least something that makes sense for the boardwalk, right? Socks with sandals? No, even I couldn't do that. No shot. Oh my god, sandals like pop. Yeah, I gotta actually, you know what? I need those like those Nike slip-ons. But like not that color. Do I? Oh my god, I just looked. Wait, I have those. I have these just myself. Like real life, just this color and everything. Holy shit. I looked back. Wait, that's why they're familiar. I just have these. Oh my god, brother. Oh my god, it's so silly. Oh my god. The sliders, bro. I have them for the fact that like sometimes I want to go and take out the garbage, and bro, I'm like, I don't want to wear shoes entirely, but I'm not gonna wear like the slippers I got. So I gotta wear something that's like doable. So these like slides are so good for like just ease of use, bro. It's not even a lie. It's just straight up like what I got, bro. Also, hi, welcome in. Guess who's back? Welcome, welcome, welcome. The ugly. They are not something you don't want to wear them anywhere besides like convenience, basically. It is not a good look, but that's not why I'm wearing them. But like that's what I was saying. I'm like, I'm not probably actually going with this. Oh no, yeah. I feel like, yeah, I gotta have like the like chancla ass like thongs Flip flop. Yeah. They are comfy. You're not wrong. They are comfortable. Shower slippers. They could work as that, actually. The ones I have are very like water. They're meant for like if I ever went to the beach and it was like, oh, I don't really want to wear shoes. That's what I got them originally for. Yeah. So I'm like, it's kind of a vibe, but like, you know. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's basically Le Chancla, but not quite. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Slides with fur on top. Slides with fur? I don't like the vibe of that. That kind of defeats the purpose of some slides, basically. Coming back to feet for free. It's a part of getting the outfit, okay? Don't. Hey, if anything, you should be saying tail feathers for free, brother. I want Totoro slippers getting funky, so ugly shoes, yeah. Yeah, I'm not about to like get my nice slippers dirty as hell. So like, you know, that's why I got the vibe there. More life than feet. You know, I would say so. I'm not much of a, you know, dude about that stuff, but to each his own, okay? Neat. Neat. Did you take a picture of my abs? Or was that meant to be my feet? Did I move away too fast? Come on, brother. Hey man, this is confidential stuff. You can't be just taking photos for free. Chill. Menaces. I don't know, man. What do you not know? What is there not to know? You can. Oh my god. That's for the Hootly fans. I don't got one of those guys. I don't have one. I don't know what you mean. That's not real. You made us this way. In a sense. Sort of. It's a good vibe today, though. I want to say, hope you guys are enjoying this outfit and being respectful. You guys actually been very cool today. Don't worry. I think if anything, is like some may not realize how long I've been doing art and stuff in the past. And it's like a fresh thing. It's like, oh shit, I didn't know that you just drew all sorts of stuff. Yeah, man. I'm a savant of the arts. Hell yeah. I wouldn't even say it's like I'm novice, brother. I've been doing this for a while. Through necessity or, you know, just trying to make a vibe. It's looking fly, as the kids say. I don't know how many people say fly when referring to an outfit too much nowadays, but, you know, it's the thought that counts. Slap with accessories. Yeah, you know what? Actually, it's about time. Some accessories would work right now. Right about now. So I'm thinking, though, with this, I would want to have, like, jewelry in a way, but not, like, overdo it with it. Some, like, something that works with it. We have our like the side bag, the fanny pack that's like a little goofy, but in a positive way. Yeah, yeah. They got drip. Yeah, that's more common at least. Some dangling sparkles. Yeah, I love me some earrings and stuff like that. I like my if you didn't notice, I have an earring and then a studs and like rings on one side. It's very good, but I'm like, I don't want it to always be the same. You know what I'm saying? But I do like the idea of having some that are like close to that, if that makes sense. Let me see. What would I do? Because it's like a long necklace kind of feels like it would work to like draw attention, a little like layered. Feel like this having the feather like I have now honestly is kind of not bad as an idea. But I'm trying to think. Pearl with the dangly? Ooh, maybe. At least start with a stud, right? If anything, could have that and then like something like this alluding to the fact that there's like a chain or something. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's illegal for me to not have. I have other things also associated. I got my moons, but the moon phases also really work. Yeah.
I don't know what this is, but it's kind of hot.
Damn. With the necklace, with the chain there. I don't know what that is, but it's kind of hot. Damn. Feel like a straw hat dangling with kind of tie. Ooh. That's actually pretty solid, is like having a straw hat or something in the back here. Hold on. That would make it so that I could even have that as like part of the outfit even. You know? Hold on. Get the right sort of yellows and oranges. Hold a moment. Actually could be pretty solid. Some shades. Ooh, wait, hold on. Wait. Some shades as well also pop off. Because it's like, okay, hold on. Get this in here. Right. And then my thought is, because this works decent. Okay. How's about like straight up shades dangling from the shirt like this? Like that? You know what I'm saying? Where that I feel kind of works for getting the whole summer fit down, right? Let me just get it like concise here. Depends on like the type of shades, but it's certainly something that could go hard here. But my thought then, it's like, where does this drawstring stop, right? Or like, if I had the hat, then that feels like a lot in this area. Some Doflamingo ash shades, yeah, where it's like bright pink with this. Yes. Oh my god. Agile, no. Oh no. That's okay. I'll like step back and look at the outfit from afar for a sec. But I do feel like it's coming together here. I think this is honestly the fit. Like, almost don't want to do too much more than that. Also, I do have a conversation that I can work with, that it comes to ads when they're back. It's that I know that there is like a lot of camps when it comes to it. I had an idea. It depends on like how people feel, but I'm like, you know, we'll have that conversation when it's over, when these ads are over. But for those that can hear me, out of ad jail, or, you know, that sort of thing, right? The thought is, I run 3 minutes of ads at the top of the hour. There is other ways it can be done, but it would mean that these ad breaks are more frequent. In total, ads have to be 3 minutes in total per hour, but they could be shorter ad breaks, but it would be more consistent. And that's the thing, where it's hard to know if that would be worth the balance of it. So I'm not 100% convinced that would be like the best solution. But I've had thought about that. Personally, kind of fuck with the 3 minutes on the top of the hour. I like the top of the hour kind of break. Yeah. Over. Yeah, let alone every 20 minutes. It would be shorter. It would be the trade-off is yeah, it's much preferred over pre-roll. I always would say this is all just to get rid of pre-roll, because if I didn't, like, you know, have the thought, it would always be pre-roll on, and I'm like, I don't like that at all. And then it just like plays whenever. But whenever ads go, we have them be 3 minutes of ads at the top. And it's the thing is, I feel like it's understandable to be like, you know, like, hey, I'm not sure what to do during. And it's like, oh, well, you know, we just sort of pause anyway, right? Yeah. Also, the couple minutes of ads means that I don't at all during it has to, like, you know, worry about it during the hour. Also, thank you, Lunar the Star, for the fresh sub. You're now a hooligan, a brand new hooligan. Thank you, thank you. Welcome in, and thank you so much. Subbing before you even say hi for the first time is very Giga Chat. Holy dude, let's go. If you can't tell, what we're doing today is I've been workshopping an outfit for the summer, an idea. I don't think I could make it as a real thing. Yeah, first time chatter. Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. But it would be very cool to like eventually have something like this, but it's like concepts works. Making it something like, hey man, I love this as an idea. Hopefully at some point I can. And the fact that I get to do it and work it with you guys kind of makes it feel really like a little more special even. So it's very cool. Right? So I've been trying to like at least shop it, like workshop, make it like cool as a design, and then like make it so that it would be very enticing down the line if it ever actually gets to happen. You know what I'm saying? So hell yeah. Yo, wait. You have a limited time? Hype train! Oh my god. Hype train! Oh my god, you guys are crazy with it. Crazy with it, bro. Thank you so much for the support today, guys. It's been really nice. I think things have been very, very... You guys have been so sweet to me. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god. Thank you. I think by this point, yeah, I just sort of like clean it up a tiny bit, right? And then we work it. But appreciate you guys vibing with me as we are. Love the little pouch. Yeah. I like the satchel idea, or fanny pack almost. It's where I keep my potions whilst I'm out on the beach, bro. Like sunscreen. Yeah. Very cute stuff. Scully! Let's go, bro. Scully's back with 59 months. That's crazy. Holy, bro. Do you need sunscreen if you go at night? That's valid. Have you ever gone swimming at night? It can be like really pretty, but also it can be kind of scary. Depending on what you're actually up to. Night swimming's fun. Yeah. Scully, appreciate you, my man. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're taking care of yourself, bro. If it's hot out, then yeah. It's been a hectic time around, but it's now, you know, we're working on trying to figure up things for the future.
Get supported, nerd.
Get supported, nerd. Oh my god. Menaces. I appreciate you. What the heck? Oh my god, dude. Hello? Oh my god. Oh my god, they were so high pitched when they said that too. Okay. I saw the 20. I'm like, I'll do it in just a second. Also, again, appreciate you, Cat. Oh my god, dude. Appreciate the support. The 20 is crazy. Holy. If you guys did not know, whenever somebody donates 20 or more, it's that I spin a wheel. And I gotta get that going. Hold on. I spin a wheel of punishments. Not always punishments, because half of them are workouts, half of them are, you know, switching up of the model. But where is it? There you are. The wheel. There you go. There we go. Spin. Okay, so like I was saying, half of these are...
Aren't you a little snack, Hooty?
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Physical and mental punishments, yeah. Half of these are workouts. And then half of these are changes to the model, the way I look. So, let's see it. Spin in 3, 2, 1. Bro, I must be so dizzy in the middle there. Oh my god. Cat boy. Oh my god. Cat boy who? Oh man. Okay. You know what that means. It's cat time. You like that noise? Let me do that again.
Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
Well, too bad. It landed on Catboy. I get to be cat for a time being, okay? Oh my god, brother. Angry. Man, I don't sway the wheel lands on what it lands on. You cannot be arguing with that. Oh man, bro. Let's see though. Hold on. Let me get back to art as I switch up my visuals. Okay. Because I have to open it up. Yeah. Cute. Dude, I haven't seen people do the Chippy Choppa thing for so long now. There's a weird fucking cat on... There's a weird cat on screen. Ma! Oh no, bro. Well, I don't know if that really fixes much more than makes it slightly more... Okay. Man. Oh, no sound? Did it not have the sound? I swear it would. Oh my god. Swear. No honk? Did it not? It made the noise on my side. Hold on. Really? I hear it, but you shouldn't. You should be able to hear that. What the heck? Let me double check. Hold on, one more time. Okay. And then that means you didn't hear this. There was that you missed. That's what happens when the cat pops in. There we go. That's why I was like, wait a second. Oh my god. Crazy. Now I feel like I'm straight up the fool. So what? Wait, what did it do? It was quiet. This is the cat noise for you that may not hear. I guess that could be louder. The clown's just very loud, so hold on. Just real quick, real quick. I fix, make it louder. So next time. Hey! Okay. How's about there? I think that should be better. Hmm. Yeah. Had to fix that up. Make it tiny bit louder for the cat. Hoot Dog, play the Hoot Dog song. The Hoot Dog song? And what would that be? By chance, if you were to tell, I might then know. Look how crazy. Okay, bro. You know? And this is the only time I do? Man. Is this what the audience wants? Is this what people are after? Damn. Maybe I wear bracelets with this one. Yes. I suppose there's an audience for this, but like, you know, I think I look pretty good when I'm not cat clown combo here. You just like to make me look like a fool, okay, brother? You freaks. Oh my god. No. I got rings normally, so like maybe no rings on this and only the bracelets, right? I'm not sure. Ears are cute. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, if I had a necklace, it feels like too much. So I feel like no necklace, something with like the earring, at least being my go-to earring with the feather, is something that I think it could still work. But like maybe on both sides this time, right? Give him hoops. Ooh, hoops could actually work. You're not wrong. Does feel like a summer fit to have hoops, right? Yeah. I don't feel like crazy large hoops, but something here is actually working pretty good there. Yeah. Nice. Need a small chain that says my name in cursive. Oh my god. That'd be kind of silly. Just a tiny, just like. That's a little much, I think. I don't know. Like I said, is like this is like the glasses, the little strap from the hat, and then a chain. I don't know. That's a whole lot going in. Maybe the only one where I don't have a necklace. You know what I'm saying? But I do like a necklace. But yeah, it feels like it's a bit much. Tribal tattoos. I don't think so. Tattoos. Oh my god. Nar. I can't be having tribal tattoos. No. Menace. This silly. Yeah, just go silly with it and have like, what is it? The white girl, like, where is it? Hold on. The toe ring. That's fucked up. Oh nah, man. No shot. No. An ankle bracelet with the Hooty though. That's awful. Yeah. What's worse is this. Here we go. Yeah. Now this is where you get it. There you go. Dude, have you ever seen stuff like that? Oh my god, that's crazy. No, I can't be doing that. That's goofy as hell. Used to rock toe rings many moons ago. I don't know if that is ever something that I thought was interesting. Ankle chains, used to wear some at the beach. Man, I feel like I'm not much of a fashion person, like as much as I am like designer. Like I don't feel like I'm the best with outfits, but I know when something's like a little goofy, you know? So I'm like, I avoid certain things to like not look like a fool. You know what I mean? But I'm like, I'm gonna be so real. This is, I think, the fit. I don't want to do more than this because I think we're done. That's crazy. I'm like, we're not done drawing or whatever, but it's like, you know, I think legitimately, it's like really cool. I share some off-topic good news. Yeah. Wait, is it the one that I know of? I think it is. If you're, yeah. Little sunscreen on the nose. Oh, that could be. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. Hell yeah, dude. The Artemis crew is back on Earth. That's awesome. They're the people that were like, they did a loop around the moon and then they were, yeah, soon to be back. I didn't realize how fast that kind of trip was going to be. I thought it was going to be like more than a month kind of thing, but no. That's crazy. Hell yeah. I don't know much about like space travel stuff and how like intense that is. But like the loose things I know is like, the whole trip is like actually still a major feat for the fact that like how smooth it went is actually awesome. I love that. Hell yeah. The moon colors. Oh my god. Yes. Strange, they're usually longer, no. I saw, if you've not seen, oh, the moon colors are so fucking pretty. Hold on. Oh, hold on. I need to get these photos. Yes, there it is. Oh, gorgeous. You need to see this, guys. If you've not seen it, look at how this is a real photo of the moon taken with new modern. Oh my god, dude. It's so pretty. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, it makes me so happy to see stuff like this, bro. Oh my god. Can you imagine? Oh, I'm just like, okay. I saw somebody say it's like, it is a big day for, what was it? It was like, it's a big day for like girly pops whose whole personality is, is the moon and the color purple. And I was tagged in that. It's like, you fuckers. And it was really funny to me. But it's like, oh, it's so cute. So pretty. I love it. I love it so much, man. So I'm like, if you haven't, look up like the high res photos. They are gorgeous photos of the moon. Legitimately, like some of these like space photos, I'm like, I'm not somebody that like knows too much again about space and things like that, but dude, it's so fucking cool. You know? I love it. It does make me really happy to see stuff like that. Because it's like, you know, the previous photos being like, oh, the moon is like, you know, pretty like gray, black and white. Oh my god. This is heinous work. I see the DM, don't you fret. Oh my god, you're a freak. What the fuck? It's the man in the moon. What is Mario Odyssey even about, guys? I don't know. I don't know anymore. Oh my god, brother. This, I hope. That was Mario the whole time. Oh boy. I like this. I did have an idea, and I don't know if I could do this now, but I had an idea for like different hair, but I'll have to like workshop it. Let me show you. I had other hairstyles in mind as well. Because sometimes whenever I've done like pin boards for like outfit stuffs, right? Alternate hairstyles is something that like I want to think a little more about. I would still always want my like my owl horns, my owl tufts, because those are important to me. I like my tufts at the top of my head. Makes me feel very much correct. You know what I mean? But it was one of these that I had an idea of. God, showing this is like... it kind of shows my taste, I guess. Which is really funny in hindsight, but it's not bad. It's not a bad thing. It's cute. I had an idea of something like this, maybe. Don't think about things too much there. Something like this could be cute. But then let me see. I had another one was this as a pin on my pin board. Was this kind of style for hair at least, but like with my owl, like my tuft and horns. Yeah. Ooh. Hold on, did not copy. Jump scare. White man, pink hair, jump scare. There. Was something in a similar vein here, right? With like the hair at the least, right? I like the pink one. And the tongue. Well, that's unrelated. Okay? Just know that this is, I mean, you know, good inspiration of like ideas I've had in the past as well. Yeah. Crazy with it, bro. We're talking about the hair. We're talking about the hair, please. No, you're fine. You're fine. Goofy. I think that's a character from a recent anime that I'm not familiar with, which is kind of cool. Let me see. There's also an idea I had for even longer hair that was in this man's style. And I love this man's hair. So I'm like, could work with it. Let me show you. Let me show you. Does this have like the full pic? Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Something like this could be like really good too. Mind you that, you know, it's like different colors for sure. But like this would be a very good beach fit. And I love the way this man's looks. So I think it could work. It could be good because of the fact that like it could show off more of the ears a little bit if I did. Yeah. Yeah, I just want to see him again in Arceus. You're so right. He is a very good character in Arceus. Yeah, dude was named Sukuna from Jujutsu Kaisen. That's right. I haven't finished JJK, but I need to watch more. I do like the way everybody looks in JJK, though. Their fits are so good. He's so sassy, too. Yeah. Let me see. Is there another hairstyle? Oh, I could... And maybe, depending on the straw hat thing, I could also do a bucket hat, because that's also very beachcore, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Did finish some animes recently. That's true. I was talking with Senna about it, and then I've been watching, on the occasion, some anime with them, just because it's like, I don't know, like, we work in tandem, and then, like, you know, just have something. And it's like, hell yeah. But a bucket hat also could work for more of like a, a fisherman outfit. You know? I gotta have the accessory of like a fisherman, like big old fishing rod over my shoulder, you know? That'd be cute. I think that could work. Let me see. Was there any other inspiration for outfits here? Not quite. That's okay though. I think we got it, guys. We got it. Now I'm thinking though. Was there anything else that I wanted to try conceptualizing? Because I have been like very much enjoying, you know, I enjoyed this, but I'm like, I don't want it to just be like one and done. But I feel like designing another whole fit would be like a little bit much, because yeah, it's been like 2 hours of doodling. Also, so you could do like the opposite, right? Where it's like, I had other ideas for like a winter fit at some other point. Let me see. Where would that be, right? There's something. And then I just like block and cover everything up afterwards. Kind of thing. Oh no. That's the kind of stuff that like a lot of these inspirations for winter outfits look like though. I got ideas, bro. I got ideas. This is good fit though. Yeah. Or an autumn one. Yeah, that's the thing. There's a few I have for like in between those. Yeah. Sorry, I'm also like I got some inspo. Let me make it so I save this as an outfit. Hold on, hold on. Make it so. There we go. And then we're back. Ooh. Hold on. Wait a minute. There we go. Don't want to remove the shirt. Whoa. Flashbang. Yeah, man. Holy. God damn. Let's color code that so I don't do that again. It's so silly. Hold on. White man jump scare. Holy. Now the thought is, right, if I did a big, like, winter outfit, truly would have to be like, the big idea is probably like super, like, fluffy, like, snow owl almost look, right? So legitimately, I'm just like, and then we cover everything up. Wow. You know what I'm saying, though? But it'd be like, kind of like this. Yeah. Whites with black spots. Yeah. No worries. Take care. Appreciate you hanging, though. Hope you had a good time vibing with us as you did. Hell yeah. Appreciate ya. I just look like the abominable snowman, brother. Holy. And then like big boots, basically. That's it. This is the whole fit. Just a onesie kigurumi. Yeah. I mean, you're not? No, I'm not. I mean, in a way, I could do like a separate pants like this, and like have it be almost like a tabard, draped this away. Do apologize, I do not speak Russian. Welcome in, hi. Welcome. If you are able to, just so that whenever know that none of my moderators, nor do I know any more than like English. I know that like my mods, some of you guys know like that the mod team knows a bit of Spanish. Which is actually a very nice thing. But I'm also like, even then I'm like, I would also like to know what's being said. Hi. Welcome in. Welcome. Hope you guys are having a nice Friday. Do you guys have any plans for the weekend, by the way? We have been like, I've been the type that's just been so busy recently trying to make sure things are going good. Yeah. That's cute. Picking up your glasses? I gotta schedule an appointment with an apothecary that knows stuffs about eyes, because it's been way too long. Yeah. Rested enough from a long week. That's valid too, though. Get your rest where you can, because God knows it's been a hectic time out here. Mood. Yeah. Working on shorts. Hell yeah, dude. Appreciate you again working with that. Also, I realized it's nearly been enough time. I'm no longer clown. In a second. Blah. Thank you for understanding. But it also means that I've been cat for enough time as well. So, say sayonara. Was that too much? Was that too much? Maybe. Ahaha. Oh no. Oh no. The clown nose just retracts into my face. I think everybody's a little bit silly. Mine just shows up full send sometimes. Be the clown you want to see in the world. Actually, we have enough tomfoolery sometimes, bro. But I don't know. You know what'd be really nice? I don't know if there's gosh, sorry, this is related to the fact there's sometimes people, when they show up and they only know different languages and not English. I do wish there was a way for like chats to be like auto-translated. But then there's like misunderstandings. And I'm like, I wish that wasn't the case, right? I wish it was something that could be like, you know, just like a perfect auto translation and no misunderstandings whatsoever, bro. But that's like, I mean, I feel like the world would be a better place if that was just commonplace. If everybody could just talk to each other. Talk it out instead of like assume. This is pretty cute though. Hold on. Things are getting a bit better. Yeah, I saw on Twitter there was like certain stuff involving auto translations being like actually starting to be implemented. And that's kind of neat. Do I want like the long tabard thing, or do I want do I want something like a little more refined? I don't know. This is kind of a cute fit though, right? Warmest owl. Yeah. I think I look very cozy for sure. Yeah, on Twitter there was something where they nowadays have a little more auto translation, and it's really cool to see like people interacting across like language barriers that would have normally happened. And I'm like, oh, hell yeah. Like recently I saw something about like a lot of like Japanese Twitter going and really enjoying like stuff on like American Twitter where it's like, I really like barbecues. And it's like, hell yeah, brother. If anytime you come over to the States, I'll treat you to a barbecue. Hell yeah, brother. And it's like, oh, hell yeah. I love that. It was like really endearing seeing stuff like that. Or there's like, you know how there's like weeaboos and people that really love like Japanese culture? There's apparently like a whole subculture of like Japanese guys on like, I guess maybe not just on Twitter, but like partially, where it's like they just really like American stuff, like the grills and like action movies stuffs. And it's like, oh yeah, barbecue, the universal language. Yeah. Kind of makes you think of a sheep, you know, in a way. But I know a way to help make it so it's less sheep coded in the like patterning, at least. Yeah. Also, I don't know if you've noticed that I have had like certain patterns consistent in my designs, pretty constant. Is having something like slight pattern of like wing, and then a little bit more on like certain things, but with this, I feel like I'd have to make it intentional, where it's like the V's almost read like the feathers of a snowy owl, you know? Something like this could be like very, very cool, you know? There's a bunch of Japanese folk that are really into Puerto Rican culture now. Really? Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, love is appreciation and they adored Bad Buddy. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, that's great. It's awesome. Aw. Yeah, a whole prefecture of Japan obsessed with Mexican and old school Cholo culture. Oh. No snow owls were harmed in the making? No, of course not. No. It's Dark Souls video and they were Italian Solaire and oh, that soup. Oh no. That's so cute though. What the hell? Could be like feather pattern here almost, right? Cute. There you go. I'm at soup, but in Italian is really funny sounding. I love that. Yeah. Are you looking for the sun in the abyss? Fuck you. Oh no. Yeah, here we go. It could be something like this. Yeah. Where it's like asymmetrical. Nice. Okay. I like this. I see the vision. But it's like, I want to, like, have the buttons make more sense a little. Mm-hmm. Dude, it's been a while since I've seen like the old like internet things of like I'm at soup. Certain old ass memes like that is so fun though. I like switch, like move where certain things are. Also, my tail my tail feathers would be absolutely covered. Absolutely not having that exposed. No, no, no. Not to the cold weather for sure. Actually, it could be something where instead of like a tabard look, it's almost like one-sided there. But it still gives the illusion of like a feather, you know? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think that works pretty well, actually. But I feel like this would be like fuzzy, right? Yeah, yeah. For like almost inside lining. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cute. The snowy owl fit is kind of working here, bro. I don't know if it would actually be anything like this, but I do like the ideas. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, hey, can you make something like this, but like better? And I present it to like a designer I trust. You know what I'm saying? Hmm. Because it's like, sometimes I like designing my own things, but this is also one where I'm like, it would really depend if I could do it correctly, if it would make it make sense, right? I love this, but like, bro, something, it would take a lot of work. Mm-hmm. And make sure that silhouette is something else here too. Now with the pants, I'm like, what would I do? Like maybe another more cinched. But then I'm like, the boots could also come over here and like be like big ol' like snow boots. You know what I'm saying? Playing in the snow type boots. Less intrigue for those that are like body is tea though, you know? And that's okay. Sometimes, I don't know, less is more, you know what I'm saying? Man, I'm like, there's another thought I've had though. I'm like looking through these like reference examples. It could be something like this is the inspo. I'm like, there's a part of me that wants to like have like more to it, like shape wise. I'm not sure where. I'm not sure exactly how. I'm looking at these references and some of them are like inspired by like a fantasy barbarian or like shepherds and stuff like that, where they have like a lot of fur inlaying and stuff. So I'm like, it's hard to say where I would want it to sit, right? Ooh, that's a good addition. I could have like a midsection with a big old belt. That would be cute, actually. Because I feel like in part I don't have enough of like my normal colors. That's where I feel like it's a little like lacking, maybe. Like it reads snowy owl, but I'm like, I might need like a splash of some color, right? Because this is like very, yeah, pastel pink. Maybe I could see something. Could see something. Hold on. Gradient is always such a good like addition, especially something like this where it's like could be that could help it. Maybe some of that, but like brighten up the bottom. More cohesive with the white and gray. Maybe. Gray owl accents being the same shade as a hooligan. Maybe. Could work something. I don't think this is bad with like a little bit in here where it's like not crazy amount, but some of these purple. Ooh, you know, another idea. Okay, hold on. Because I feel like it could be good. It might be a difficult concept, but I'm like, I would love to somehow bring like, yeah, limit to some colors, yeah. Something with like the inspiration of like an aurora borealis, but it being like, instead of like the greens, being like the pinks of my stuff. Somewhere would be kind of neat. Let me see. Hold on. But like, how would I make it mix like visually that, right? Like, how would I incorporate? I'm not sure. I'm like, it'd have to be like probably a whole different concept if it was that, thinking about it. So maybe not. Yeah. There was a way to have a pattern underneath, maybe. Let me see. Pattern underneath. I feel like, okay, with how I've done this already, these like owl patterns would probably be like already too much. So to have like another thing on top of it. So I think we're probably gonna like cross out the idea of like an aurora borealis unless it was like something else entirely, I think. You know? So I'm like, probably not that. So it is interesting, but I'm like, don't think there's a way for me to actually do anything with it. Also, hi, welcome in if you're just joining us. Welcome, welcome. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You gotta work your way up from that. Well, gotta work your way up to calling streamer a good boy. Holy. Wow, wow, wow. My goodness. Welcome in. Hope you're doing good on a Friday night. Friday night for me, maybe not for some. Might be like, I know in other places it's already later. But welcome, welcome. I know in like Australia, already Saturday, which is great. It's still like time zones never make sense. I'm like, it makes sense, but like, you know, like crazy how like varied it is. Like, bro, what do you mean you're already in the future, bro? When'd you get there? Sorry, I was like in a groove trying to fix up this hood. I think this is cute. This is cute. Would you rather be like a day ahead or behind everything? Feel like with like how Australia and Japan and other places, normally they get like releases first, right? But like the problem is there's such a disconnect for the internet stuff. And I'm like, man, some of Australia, if not like a lot of Australia, apparently has like terrible internet. And I'm like, I don't know why, right? Like, why is that the case? I don't know. But apparently that's super common that like in Australia, the internet is no good. Some reason it's total ass, right? So I'm like, I'm not sure what if that would be like having those like new releases sooner, like hours sooner, would be worth that trade-off, unfortunately. I do feel like knowing what I know about like places like Australia can definitely depend too, because it's like for some reason some people are like entirely disconnected from the internet, even if it's not like, I don't know, like because of a like any one reason or another, they just like never used it to begin with, right? So I'm like, it's such a weirdly specific thing. You're like, oh yeah, I never really got online. It's like, you never started? It's like, well, I guess because of the internet being so garbage, yeah, you just wouldn't have any interests. Huh. I don't know. If that's the case, then I'm like, bro, maybe. And a lot of them are like outdoorsy. I guess it does depend too, yeah. Some like, some of the Australians I know are very much like that case, where like the general consensus is like that the average person is like outdoorsy. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just so used to interacting with people that are like not chronically online, but like at least a lot more online, I guess, right? Crazy. Sorry, I'm like really locked in. I think this is something, but I'm like, I don't know. Guys, I think I'm losing the flow for the second fit, but that's okay, right? That's fine. I think this is pretty solid here with like getting something, but like, let me show you some of the other inspirations I've gotten. There's a part of me that would want to start, like, maybe make it more of like a direction like this. Right? Let me show you some of the other inspirations I've gotten. So I'm like, maybe starting to head towards this vibe could be something where it's like furs, like a winter sort of vibe there. Could be something. This is another one from my pin board kind of thing. Let me see. I have this one would be like interesting, but I don't know if I could quite like work it if it was like closer to this sort of vibe where it's like big shawl would be kind of fun. Maybe. But then then here's the thing. I have like the polar opposite of that. Well, almost polar opposite, where I'm like, I've seen some really good like outfits like this, where it's like way more modern, but like still fur lined, right? So I'm like, I don't know. There's a part of me that like going this direction would be like so much easier for like a lot of parts of the outfit. I could totally see it that way. But I'm like, I'd have to like, I don't know, really work what I think works. If that makes sense. I want it to read like still very, very warm, but it's also like, I don't know. Let me see, was this something? This is another like interesting like direction I could take it more. It's something like, not with these colors, but I love stuff like this where it's a little over the top with the shape language. If that makes sense. Hold on. Yeah. Not these colors, but the shape language is so pretty. Where it's like very like animal, like it's I think it's supposed to read almost like one of those like underwater sea slugs, but very vibrant. You know what I mean? So I'm like, if I did something where it was like this, but then like snowy owl, that could be really fun. Where it's like big shawl over, like making it like a solid one shaped silhouette like that could be interesting, but it might be too much. I think one balance here of like a couple of the ideas is maybe more like, this is like a shepherd's sort of fit here, but it's still like really good. Is like something like this, where it's like fur, a big hood and stuff like that. More like ye old European traditional outfit. Could be interesting, maybe. But I'm like, I don't know. I'm maybe thinking too fantasy, if that makes sense. I'm like, oof. So I'm like, I have like such a mix between some and others' ideas. Like, here's another one that's like, like such a polar idea of like all the other ones was like, if I did something with like just a comfy scarf and hat. And I'm like, this could sell it enough where it's like just super, super cute and it works. But I'm like, ah, So I'm like, I have so many ideas in my head. It's just trying to like express and like combine them. You know? It's very fun though. So I'm like, so many. But I do like these like ideas. This jacket, the hood part, I think is pretty solid. I feel like this kind of works. I think what doesn't feel like quite what I am after is like some of the other parts of this outfit is the thing. Maybe that's what's like kind of messing me up. But I don't want to just like tear it apart right now. I think I have like expended some of my like like new idea outfit stuff, the juices for that, in order so that I could do the summer the summer fit. I think I popped off with it. So I think I'm not upset with like what we were able to get done today. Look at the summer fit, bro. I think that is something for sure. So, not upset about that. I did have an idea, right? Instead of like, you know, like hoops, right? What if instead it was like crescent moons? And that could be cute for this. I could see that. But then this would be like a little star or something for the stud here. You know? Just ideas. I do love this. It's very, very cute. mm. But guys, I think I'm at the end of the rope. Let me know what you think about the ideas for these outfits. We have, again, you know, we have the summer fit with the, you know, the straw hat and the tied, you know, overcoat. And then we have the winter sort of loose idea. And, you know, if you like drawing alongside and, you know, you did do some ideas yourself, post those in the Discord for sure, for sure. Like a snow owl. Yeah, that's basically big idea. Big idea for this one for sure, for sure. So I'm like, I do want to kind of expand on that. Have a little bit of that at the least. You know what I mean? Where it's like, if I were to I basically just want to try to make it as like reads as me, but also reads as like very comfy winter fit, so that I'm not like you know, something's gotta give, right? I'm trying to cook. I'm a little out of the sauce and seasoning that I've used to cook sometimes, but it's almost there, you know. But I do think I'm probably good to call it here, guys. You guys enjoyed the vibe, and, you know, haven't already, join the Discord, follow my socials, follow the stream even, bro. And, you know, I will be back on Sunday. I was thinking if we had ideas for what we're doing on Sunday, it might either be between, you know, a spooky game or a game where, you know, we're feeling a little silly, depending, bro, depending. So, let me see if any of my homies are live. Other than that, I guess, guys, appreciate you. We did some really good work today. I'm like legitimately really, really happy with the summer look. This, like the board shorts, that sort of fit. Very cool. So I'm like, Lovely day. Thank you for the fun stream. Hell yeah, dude. It was a great time. Let me see. I'm going to say we're probably just going to call it here. No need to, like, you know, go crazy with it and raid every time. But I'm a bit exhausted and I'm a little, not at wit's end, but it's like, I don't want to burn my battery too much right now. So, appreciate you guys. I hope you had a good time hanging. And I will see you guys next time. Love you guys to bits, okay? Good night. Take care. Good night.